Hey, what's up, fellas? Welcome back to Midwest Dad Squad. I'm your host, David D. Bryan. Alongside, I have my other co-host here who's not paying attention at all. Guys, give it up for Eric
Oh,
Gold.
oh shoot! Forgot we were on live right now, boys. What up?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? I think that's a thing of the past, isn't it? Like the "What's up, brother"? Is
No,
that thing of the
never.
past? Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's a past thing.
Good.
All right. And the other guy that's down here,
From,
right
from
here,
the west side.
from the west side of Pier.
West side, best side.
Guys, give it up for oh my god, I almost said Drew. Andrew. Drew Life.
What's up, everybody? All
Cheer-
of you watching.
I think it's Eric's girlfriend.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Our biggest fan. Thank you, Melissa.
Our number one fan.
Drew
Number
used to
one.
be.
I
Yeah.
used to be.
Then he got upgraded.
Pretty soon we'll have Melissa on the show.
So today we were at the fair, and my kid's like, "Hey, Dad, do you have a new guy on the podcast?" I'm like, he's been there forever. Like, Drew, I don't even know when the last time you were. I don't even remember when you were introduced to be on the show. I think I was still filming from the kitchen.
Yep.
Might have been.
And then
Yeah, because I remember you making the move into that room.
my kid's like, "Oh shit, what is? God damn it, I forgot now. I'm not even joking." Okay, here. She's like,
brings us to our next point. Don't
dude,
smoke
I
crack.
shit you not. I seriously just forgot my train of thought.
That
But
actually
anyway.
brings us to our topic tonight: memory.
Memory loss.
Memory loss.
So, but she was like, "Well, wasn't he a guest?" I was like, "Yes, but we actually recruited him or promoted him to a co-host."
I don't know if it's a promotion or a demotion or what it is, but it's something.
You walked it off, Drew.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to hit the walk off.
So let's talk about the topic. I don't understand memory and paying old debts. Well, I don't get it.
Well, you're the one who came
David?
up with the idea, but
Well, David, you
Did
just
you-
blew the whole freaking thing. It's supposed to be and then David's like, "Oh, I'm gonna step in," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, I get it now." All right,
well, maybe I was, but
No.
like usual, I get interrupted.
no,
Would you comb your hair?
David. There was a 5-minute pause between when I talked and you talked.
There was
We haven't even been live for 5 minutes.
no, come on.
I seriously thought we lost connection. I thought David was like. So let's ask Drew. Drew, why are we on the topic of memory and paying old debts?
Because I forgot to pay you for 4 weeks for the crown.
I know that's a long time. That is a long. The only funny thing is that we talked before we went live is I forgot to ask you to pay me, but then I remembered, but then I forgot to remember me.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah, the women always say they got mom brain or they got pregnancy brain, but we just have dad brain, I guess, is what you can call it. I don't know what else.
What would
what else to call
determine
it.
it? What would dad brain be? I think we do so much crap around the house. That's why we
Yeah.
forget.
It's gotta be because we are the superior ones and we have so much things going on in our head that we just forget. It's gotta be that.
Is that why David never forgets?
That's why
Yeah.
David never forgets anything in his life.
Yeah.
The only thing he forgot to do was he forgot how to walk one time, and then he had to get knee surgery. That was about it.
Yep.
He still forgot, which is crazy. But
It,
yes, that's the whole paying old debts. You know what? It's everything. Relate that to your kids of when you got to pay that allowance,
Yeah.
you gotta pay those kids up. They don't forget. Those kids do not forget.
Who you do allowance, Eric? I mean, David, your kid's probably not old enough. You'd probably have to do that on the black market if you were doing that. But
my wife gives me allowance.
David, does your wife give you allowance?
yeah. Does
Wait,
she ever-
also, you should have seen her face when you guys said it. Yeah, all men are superior to doing all the work on the house. I wish I could have painted a picture for you.
You
But I
gotta,
forgot,
flash.
so.
You gotta flash the camera every once in a while and just get it over there, get a reaction.
So
Wow.
I used to do allowance, and then my kid
Did
just
you?
became like, so it used to be $25 a week. So Monday was a day you had to clean, like you cleaned all week and you got $5 a day. And then
Yep.
she gave up on me. So then I like, oh, but hey, you want this? You want that? So then I told her, like, you do this, I'll get you an axolotl. Well, now she's not into axolotls because she's got to clean her room and do crazy stuff. So right now it's just she does bits and pieces and she gets bits and pieces. So
Right.
yeah.
And Drew forgot to stay on live with us.
Well, I got a text from my wife that said, "Unlock the door, please." So I unlocked the front door.
You forgot to unlock it 10 minutes ago.
No, I didn't forget shit. I don't forget. We remember.
Oh, really?
Race,
Really? It took you how long to pay me?
Drew, you're walking down a fine line right there.
The superior gender. The only time that I like legit probably forget things. Well, besides with you, Eric. I mean, you sent me a gift. I thought it was a housewarming gift. Like, I just thought you were getting me some crown for housewarming. So I didn't even think I had to pay that.
Well, maybe if it was your first house.
You shouldn't have offered to pay him back then if that's what it was.
And then,
dummy.
But I mean, it happens, guys. It just happens.
It does. It just sometimes you got so much going on, you just can't focus on one thing, and because you're doing 100 things, and you're making sure the thermostat doesn't get changed. You're making sure that the lawn's mowed, the grass is watered. You got to make
are changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ankles elevated.
Yeah, you got to make sure the beer fridge is stocked. You got to make sure that you're all primed and ready for the softball tournament. There's a lot of stuff you can't forget.
And you got to make sure you wipe until you don't see anything. Like, I mean, that's the toughest.
That is one thing you cannot forget. You cannot forget to get any of it.
Wipe till it's white.
Hey, I don't care. It might take a whole roll of toilet paper, but
that's right.
This is why our biggest fan is Melissa, guys.
I honestly think I go back and I like rewatch the videos, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the ones with the most views are the ones that I'm in. I don't get it. Like I
highly doubt that's the reason.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that.
I think that walk-off got to his head.
Hey,
you get hit in the head with a bat?
No, but I almost did get hit. I almost did get hit by the ball twice.
Well, it wouldn't affect much.
Yeah.
It's coming like 2 miles an hour.
No, it was off when I was playing the field, David.
Oh.
Getting those Harmadon hops.
Yeah, those are great.
But
so, being on the topic of forgetting, what is one thing daily you forget to do?
Oh, perfect. I don't forget it. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I wish I had a BS flag. I'd throw it every time David talked.
Oh, what is the one thing? Probably turn the exhaust fan off in the bathroom. I'm bad with turning that off.
Why do you turn it on?
Because it gets so freaking hot in the bathroom.
It gets steamy when you take a shower, just to help so the mirror doesn't fog up.
I usually just take cold showers.
Oh, really? Aren't you just one heck of a dad?
That's a guy with 4 kids.
I save the hot water for the family.
You save the hot water for your clothes? You wash
for
your
the family.
clothes?
No, cold water.
Well,
cold water for the washer.
True, if you didn't have 10,000 kids, you could probably take a hot shower.
10,000. the whole 4 of them.
He's on military. You only get 30 seconds to take a shower.
Yeah. That's how I feel like when I eat food too.
Oh man. If I could somehow, some way get my kid to like take a 30-second shower, that'd be great. She's in there for hours. So I got to shower first or else I will
hours.
Dude,
it can't
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. She will be in there for 45 minutes. Why?
No.
I don't know, because it makes me mad and she knows it makes me mad.
45 minutes. Like, you got to be over exaggerating that, right?
No,
45 minutes.
No, nope.
You gotta time it next time when she goes in there to when she comes out.
45 minutes is a long time.
I know it is. I'm in and out in less. Like the quickest I can do is 7 minutes, 7 to 15 minutes for me.
I woke up. I had to be to work by 6. I go to work at 6 every morning, right? I woke up at 5:48 one time. I was able to shower, get dressed, pack my lunch, and made it by 5:59 to the office.
I bet your wife packs your lunch.
Nope. I do it every morning. Nope. I'm not a David.
Oh, what doesn't pack my lunch? I forget that. Oh, that is another thing I forget.
Yeah, David works from home.
You don't have to pack a lunch right now.
I really don't, because I just snack at work.
Drew, you got to tell us, what do you forget daily to do? You're just skipping over the topic. Did you forget?
God.
No. One of the biggest things that I forget, and it's a terrible thing, because I kind of got spoiled at my last job because I could do it there, but I just always forgot to do it in the mornings because, we're always running around, like getting kids ready, this, that. And it's always something that I make sure my kids do, but I always forget, is brush my teeth.
Yes.
Brushing my teeth. Like,
gross.
Yeah, I know. I forget about it, but I got spoiled at my last job because I had a bathroom like right next. It was like my own bathroom. I didn't have to share it with anybody because I worked in a big shop and everybody else was in the office and I was in the shop. And I just kept my toothbrush and toothpaste in there. And that was that.
What about do you guys remember those things you could get at Walmart or whatever? They're just little brushes you just brushed and.
Yeah, you just put a little dab of water on it and you can brush them and boom. Yeah.
How about
I wish those things were still a thing.
Those finger things you put on your finger.
Toothbrushes.
Yes, I remember. Stupid stuff.
We have that for our kid.
What's that? The finger toothbrushes?
Yeah, like the tube. Yeah,
it's just like 2 pieces of I don't know what it is, but it's like toilet paper, but thicker, different material, like the consistency. And you just put your finger in there and you just scrub away and yeah.
Well, stay away from Drew because his breath probably smells.
I do it. I mean, I remember after a while, but it's one thing. Like my grandma would always be like, when we forgot our toothbrushes when we stayed the night at grandma's house, right? She's like, well, you're gonna have to use your finger, and she would just put toothpaste on your finger, and you would have to.
I thought you were gonna say you guys all shared grandma's toothbrush.
No, I don't share. That's funny because when we just went to Watertown for the weekend, and my wife was out of town, so I had to pack the bag for the kids, and I went into the bathroom to get the kids' toothbrushes to put them in the bag, right? And there was three kids old enough to brush their teeth right now. The baby really doesn't have teeth, but 3 that brush their teeth. If you had to guess how many toothbrushes were available to grab, what would your guess be?
6.
I'm gonna guess 2.
There was 7. There were 7 toothbrushes that have been used at one point or another in the little deal, and I'm like, I don't even know whose toothbrush is who. I grabbed all 7 of them, I threw them in the bag. I don't know whose is whose. I'm making sure they all get there.
Grandma's, great grandpa's. This one's from 1920.
And then we get to Allie's, my wife's parents' house, and her stepmom's like, oh, I have toothbrushes for them here when they come to visit. They're just theirs. And I'm like, okay, well, now we have 10.
I have one from the dog, one from the cat.
Yeah. Don't tell me that you forgot to brush your teeth. I mean,
are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Like when?
Like when you had 50,000 teeth brushes.
Oh, I have my own. I'm not going to use my kids'.
He's got his own to forget about, Eric.
Yeah. there's most of the time I may forget in the morning, but I don't. I mean, I make sure I do it before I go to bed, right? But like, I guess that's the biggest thing that I forget is brushing my teeth. Mm-hmm.
Eric, what do you forget?
You know what? I will second that, not because he said it. I don't brush my teeth at night because I'm too lazy. I just, you know what? I'll get them in the morning, kind of a thing, which I should be probably doing opposite, getting all that shit like between my teeth. And,
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. I got it.
My sister had a professor at college that never brushed his teeth, but he went to dental school, so he used the dental like stuff to clean his teeth, like what you do when you go, and then he would use the cleaner, like he would, because he was a doctor. I mean, so he could professionally clean his teeth, but he only did that like, once every month, I think, is how he cleaned them. But then like he used that deal every day to get the plaque off, but he wouldn't use toothpaste. He doesn't use toothpaste.
His students probably kept their distance from him.
Well, it was in college, so like the first row's like what, 10 feet away? Like I'm 20 feet away, so you don't get real close.
I always forget to floss.
Me too.
Floss? I've never flossed before in my life.
It's so weird because when I go to the dentist, they're like, "Hey, did you floss?" I'm like, "The only time I floss is when I come here, and you guys floss for me."
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I have never flossed me personally, but I've had the dentist do it multiple times. Right?
It's like they tell me like, "Oh, you should be doing this." I'm like, "I know I should. I'll get better at it." I forget to do it.
Yeah, I also forget that my doctor tells me I should stop drinking beer too much, but I just forget and I just keep drinking beer. So
I think what's in this cup will kill anything that's in between my teeth.
You got battery acid in there?
Pretty close. I think this one's 126 126 proof. So like 60% alcohol.
If I drank any alcohol right now, I would probably be shit faced in like a heartbeat because I'm on blood thinners. So I would be shit faced in like 3 sips.
Isn't that how it is when you're not on blood thinners?
Yeah, I'm a cheap date.
No, did your wife laugh at that one?
Yeah, she loves it. She's like, "I'm gonna slip him one beer, then I don't have to put up with this shit tonight."
Well, she probably laughs because she would be the same way. Wow. We don't drink ever, or the.
Yeah, I guess I get that.
Drew, you ever forget about like your kid is somewhere and then you're like, "Oh shoot, I got to go get my kid." You ever forget about your kids?
I want to say no, but I'm sure it's happened. It's like one of those things. Like I've never forgotten them on a hot day in the car or anything like that.
Yeah, like, no, like at school or daycare.
No, we're usually pretty good at communicating that.
I guess if you you probably shouldn't say that on the podcast.
Yeah, me and the wife are pretty good at communicating on like, all right, so like my job is like, so the 2 older ones go to the Boys and Girls Club and the 2 younger ones go to daycare. So like I get the 2 younger ones or the 2 older ones from the Boys and Girls Club, and then the wife gets the 2 younger ones from the daycare. Obviously, like if she's like, well, I'm got to get off work late, can you get all of them? And most of the time, yeah, I go get all of them, or vice versa. Sometimes she gets them all too. But I can't say that I've ever forgotten them somewhere. I don't think.
Did you say you guys communicate pretty well? Did I catch that?
Yeah.
Oh, what about the dinner tonight? Was there communication on that part, or?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one because it always seems like it's one of those things. Like I told you 2 weeks ago, and it's like pull the receipts. Like let's see the receipts, and then there's no receipts. So
I'm just giving you shit, Drew.
Yeah, no, I understand. But like, have you guys ever remember that commercial back in the day? They used to do so you don't forget baby in the back seat, you need to put your shoe back there. Like when you go I don't know, maybe it wasn't a commercial, maybe it was like a promotional thing on like Facebook or something, but like I remember seeing stuff, it was like so you don't forget your baby when it's 90 degrees outside in the back seat. Put your shoe back there. So when you get out of the car, you're like, oh, I got to get my shoe. Oh, yeah, my baby's back there too. Like, no, I just remember it because my baby's back there. I don't need to put my shoe back there.
Yeah.
You know what I would do so I don't forget my kid in the back seat? I just let him ride in the front seat.
Yeah, just put the car seat in the front seat.
Yeah, just let her buck.
There's airbags for a reason.
Hey, back in the 80s when they had they didn't have all of that shit. When you had a single cab truck, I mean, the kids sat right there. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Eric, I want you to go look at the life expectancy in the 1980s and life expectancy in nowadays and see which age is higher. And then that'll answer your question.
People born in the 80s aren't going to live. They're going to live, or people born now are going to live longer than the people born in 80s because there's like a 30-year difference.
Yeah, that's what Eric was born.
That's the average life expectancy. Come on now.
I
know that you're getting old and you forget things, but
he's gonna itch on his eye.
So what is the answer then, Drew?
I don't know. I said I'd be curious for you to look that up for us because I am not technology savvy that I have to use my phone for this podcast. I don't get to be texting my girlfriend while she's watching my podcast.
I'm not texting. My phone's right here.
You probably should say that, Drew. You have a wife. Your girlfriend might get mixed feelings.
Yeah. No, that's the best thing is you just can't ever let them find out that they know each other.
Do you guys ever do something and then as you're doing it, you're step by step and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot about this. And then you have to go back. So picture this. You're on steps 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 comes next, but you forgot about 5. So you have to go back to 2 to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it doesn't make any sense, but you're doing something you forget, and then you have to start all over from what you were doing before you remember to do it.
No.
Yeah, you guys are both lost, aren't you?
I know, I understand what you're saying, but okay, you can use for my work as example because there's a certain process of when you are flashing, right? When you're putting flashing over windows and stuff. So there's a step-by-step process because you want water to shed. So you have to put this piece of tape on.
No, you want water to come in.
No. So then you want to put this piece of tape on, and then you want to put this piece of tape on because when water gets back behind it, we want it to roll off and not get caught by that piece of tape. We want it to roll all the way to the bottom of the house to escape, right? So there's a step-by-step process. Luckily, in my case, oh shit, you can just rip it off and then you re-go. You don't have to that's step 5. You don't have to go back to 2. You just go back to 4, and then you do 4 and 5 again. Right?
Well, I'm thinking more you're walking over to the tool shed or whatever. You're trying to grab objects A and B, but then you're like, shit, I know I need objects A, which are nails. And then you're like, oh man, what else did I need? And then you go back to where you were. You're like, oh yeah, I need nails and screws. And then you're like, okay, now you go get them.
Yeah, that happened with me at work on Friday. Homeowner was filing a claim, and usually how the process works, something's failed at the house. They call into us to let us know, hey, my dishwasher's not working, or it's failed. Something with it is not draining, anything like that.
Well, just give your wife some food then if the dishwasher isn't working.
Drew, you're walking on thin ice there, buddy.
Drew, you should come over for dinner. I want to see what his wife feeds you. A freaking knuckle sandwich.
Nothing but pure rat poison.
I was not pertaining to your wife, David. I was just, that's what you're supposed to say to the customer. That's how you get on the same level as
I thought you were making a wife joke. I was like, Drew.
No. I thought that's what you would say to the customer.
No, but so Anyway, so how it would work, so like we would like see if we can get a technician out for them to come take a look at their dishwasher. Well, usually we send them a email like saying that like, hey, we have a specific tech that was referred. This is your claim number with some disclosures on there. Well, I sent them the email before the claim was processed, and the homeowner ended up getting denied. So I sent them a letter with their claim number on there before the claim was barely even filed, and they were denied for their claim because it was a thing that was not a covered item with our policy. So I had to explain that to my supervisor. So they weren't mad or anything. They were just kind of like,
how do you have a claim number before you? I don't understand that.
So when they file a claim, you just write in like the description, like what's going on with their dishwasher, and you can email like the buyer or like the person that calls in. And usually when you email them, that gives them the claim number.
Oh.
So I for some reason I was not thinking. I just said email, and we haven't even found a tech form or anything. And I was like, what the hell did I just do?
So they said denied because there's no tech to look at it, and wow.
No, it was denied because it was a pre-existing issue. But like I sent them like a claim number, so like it really wasn't like a huge deal. But it was just like, damn it, like what was I doing? I forgot to.
The whole world's trying to figure that out, David. What are you doing?
That doesn't happen very often, but yeah, I was like,
no, just only the days that end with Y.
Drew's bored.
I've had a long weekend, bros.
You had a long weekday? It's only Monday, dude.
It's been a long week already.
It's Monday. I bet you only worked a half a day today.
Nope, 10 hours.
Well, you're there for 10 hours. Not saying that you're working all 10 hours.
I was working.
No, you weren't.
Eric, I don't sell cars. I build houses.
I know.
Yeah. Houses don't sleep.
Out of freaking Lincoln logs.
Well, I mean, that would be actually a lot easier, I think.
Toothpicks, card houses. You know what I really want to learn how to do? I wanted this to be a hobby. I want to build houses out of matchsticks, and then once you're all done, just light them on fire.
Then why don't you just do it? It's not that hard.
Well, because I don't have enough matchsticks, but I just think that would be a cool hobby.
You have enough wood from those trees being cut down.
No, you dork. You got to actually do it out of matchstick houses. Come on.
See, I forgot there. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, so we all were talking about like forgetting things, but then the other part is debts. So like obviously like when you have a debt, sometimes you forget to pay it, right? Like somebody well, I said some of us, not all of us. Because it's not me. I never forget.
Oh no.
But what's the longest you've gone that like you like made a bet and then you haven't like made a bet, made an agreement, whatever it is, and then you haven't paid it, or how long you went until you paid it?
I bet I got you guys beat.
Yeah, Eric's got about 1.5 years on us.
Oh yeah.
The electricity.
My electricity went.
About that. Yeah.
You know what? They kept me in their good gracious. I don't understand how that happened, but yeah.
Did you say gracious?
Yeah.
Gracious. It's gracious.
Gracious. Yeah, gracious. That's what I said.
You said gracious.
Oh, gracious.
I still cannot believe that. Like,
how?
Like there was one time like we got new debit cards and our electrical bill was hooked up to our debit cards for like auto pay.
Yeah,
like we changed banks. We changed banks and then like so like we didn't pay it because we forgot for some reason. We forgot to put, and it was like you're gonna get charged this fee if you don't pay it right now. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, we gotta pay this. And then but like you went a whole year.
That's crazy.
I really would.
With the city of Sioux Falls.
No. It's XL Energy. I think it is.
Oh, you were with XL.
Yep.
But
So
still,
I
don't matter.
paid that. Remember how you say how like when we go to these sporting events, it doesn't help anything. XL Energy Center, that's where the Minnesota Wild play their NHL hockey games. If it wasn't for that, they probably would have came after you for that bill.
Probably not.
it was a military discount. They're like, he's a vet. Screw it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but clearly I did not forget because it was hooked up, or which I thought it was hooked up to my debit card.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
But so did they? Did they like take off like late fees or anything, or did you have to pay everything?
No, to be honest, I just paid everything. I thought it was a hell of a deal.
for a year's worth, yeah.
Yeah, it was like what, $2,400?
No, not even. No, it was. If I know it was less than 1,500, like $1,200
for a year.
Yeah,
that's impressive. Like I don't get an electrical bill that's less than $200. I don't think.
Yeah, that's even with late fees. So I bet I was probably cooking it. There had to be $300 in late fees.
Many Christmas.
They probably just settled. They're like, you know what, $1,200, call it good.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know what? They're paid. I'm broke. It's all a good world.
But you're $100 richer.
No. Oh wow, from you, yeah.
Yeah, you're $100 richer from me from last night. So that counts for something.
Yeah, I thought I made money today, but I guess I didn't.
You weren't the one with the mullet. You can't win money.
I tried to steal from a 11-year-old, and I got told no.
Yeah, she earned that.
Yeah, she earned sitting in the chair for 15 minutes a day, and Dad's spending $40 on damn haircut.
Yeah,
it was her look. It was her.
Her picture. You should know, Eric, by now that it takes a lot of commitment to grow a beard and grow hair and grow a mustache. Like that all takes commitment. Like, yeah, I always tell people, I go, you always should date a guy that has long hair and a beard because he shows commitment.
The patience you have to grow that. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why David, he doesn't know how to grow a beard. All he can get is on his chin.
Well, and then he gives you I can't grow it.
It's on the sides here.
Yeah, I mean, it would help if he wasn't like when he licked the window on the school bus, if his cheek wasn't on in the window, like that would help.
This side was like where the sun was at. This side is not as much.
This is where the dog was licking me in the homeless shelter, so it licked off all the hair off the side of my face.
I can't grow a full beard, guys. Come on.
Oh, here it is. Oh, pity me. Let's have a pity party for David.
No, I just can't grow a beard. Full one.
David, what's your biggest debt?
My biggest debt?
Besides your house and all the money you owe your wife and all that kind of stuff, like have you ever like made a bet with somebody and like, no, I'm not gonna pay that, or made an agreement, no, I'm not gonna pay that?
Well, it's soon to be $25 with me.
I thought you said 10.
No, I said 30.
That's like 34 minutes past due right now.
I know it is.
I would say probably the biggest debt would probably be when I screwed myself over buying a car 2 years ago or 3.
I thought you were really gonna bring up the Anthony Edwards jersey.
No, that's $20. No, I went through Vernite to get this vehicle. I put $5,000 down to get this vehicle. Got the payments to where I wanted them. It was some guy that Eric used to work with or know of. I went to, where'd I go? Mitchell?
Yes.
Yes, I went to Mitchell to buy this car from this guy. Everything was great with the car. He said we had everything signed up for auto payments to come out automatically.
It happens to good people.
I was supposed to get charged automatically every month for these payments.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. The payments never got taken out automatically. I don't know whose screw up it was. Might have been mine. But I wasn't getting charged for these, and all of a sudden, before I know it, one day, someone was at my house to pick my car up, and
They didn't even call or anything.
nope, they just showed up, and I was like, "What the
You know
hell?"
what? They did the same thing with my electricity. They showed up to my house and gave me a no.
That was for a year. This was for like 2 months, and so I went to go. My wife was trying to teach me a lesson. Like, I told you to call them to make sure that these payments are coming out. Yeah, there comes the forgetting part. Forgot to call them,
Yeah,
and
David's
she
just
was,
like, oh no, I got like 3 months free. Like that's what the guy said at the store. Like
It's
I
not
mean, I don't
fucking
have to,
Sirius XM radio.
and
I don't gotta pay this.
so she was trying to teach me a lesson, and she was just gonna pay for like the fee or whatever to get it back, whatever. Lo and behold,
It
the
was
people that came to tow it said that I'd have to pay the full payoff amount of the vehicle to get the vehicle back.
huh.
So $18,000 to get my vehicle back.
Your
Did-
Ford Focus wasn't worth that.
It wasn't a Ford Focus.
Did they accept IOUs?
I was about to
You don't
ask.
want to keep that one. That one's $1 million.
So I ended up losing a very nice car, and then ended up having to buy
A nicer car.
a 2005 Nissan Altima, which was in really good condition, but not near as nice as that Malibu was.
That's crazy that they wouldn't like. All right, yeah, you effed up. They wouldn't let you like buy it back with a loan. Like you had to pay the whole thing.
Or, pay off just the amount that it was at the impound lot for, like
Yeah,
$1,200 or something.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
Drew.
I was upset.
Yeah.
What's your biggest debt?
Well, this house that I just bought, that's
Well-
the biggest debt.
I know that, but like
I actually still to this day kind of have one that's like unpaid. And
do tell.
I made a football bet. It's just over a year ago is when I like officially made the bet technically, but obviously like football hasn't been over for a year, you know what I mean? But it was just how to we ranked who was going to win the NFC North division, and obviously like I picked the Vikes,
Why?
and then
You just
and
ask
then
them, just give them your money.
so give me hey, just give me some time to get through this story. You'll understand why. So the bet was with two other people. One was a Lions fan and one was a Bears fan. So
I wonder who the Lions fan was.
Jeez.
Can you make a guess?
Yes.
Oh.
Who was it? The Bears? No, the Lions had a better.
Yeah, the Lions.
Or was it a
ended up
tie?
winning the division. The Lions ended up winning the division. Green
It was
Bay
Gage,
got
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Gage. Green Bay got second, and then the Vikes, and then the Bears. So I took the Vikings and the Bears, one of those two, because I was like, "There's no way that the Lions or the Packers were going to win the division." So I was like, "I'll take them two, and you guys get these two."
What a hater.
But what I've learned to do now is when you make bets like that, especially in June, when you make the bet and the season hasn't even started yet. No, you can take your team, but you have to put in an asterisk of saying, barring any major injuries to key players.
That didn't happen.
Because Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson combined only played 4 games together that year? 5.
Well, you think they would have still won?
No, I didn't expect that. I don't expect them to win when they have backups in. No, I don't expect that ever in any sport.
When do you think is a proper time to switch teams? When do you think, hey, maybe the Vikes aren't that great of a team. Maybe I should just bandwagon and go somewhere else.
No, it's never okay to do that.
Why not? People do it all the time.
The only time
David
that I would
does
say
it.
that it'd be okay, I know.
I do not.
I think the only time that I could say that it would be okay is if you ended up we'll use Tucker Kraft for an example, right? Went to SDSU. He's a South Dakota boy. Let's just say like all of his friends were Vikings fans, right? He gets drafted by the Packers. Well, you are allowed to change teams now because your best friend plays for them or a friend. That's where I would be like if my buddy got drafted by the Yankees, I hate the Yankees, but my buddy got drafted by the Yankees, I'm a Yankees fan now just because my buddy's on.
Isn't that why they have fantasy teams? Wouldn't that be a fantasy team? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's kind of like the same boat I am in, like with my guy I went to high school with, Andrew Ginko. I was a Dolphins fan because he played for them and they were fun to watch. And then now I have to watch him still and support him when he's on the Vikings.
Yep.
And you're a what fan, did you say?
Packers.
Oh, that's
something that's like, you can't just switch. You can't go from, if you're a Packers fan, you should not be able to switch to be a Vikings fan. And a Vikings fan would never switch to be a Packers fan.
I think you can go from one shit team to the next. It shouldn't matter. But if you're jumping from
coming from the Cowboys fan,
I don't even follow football, but if I had to, Cowboys would be it. But I'm saying if you're going from like the Vikings to like the Kansas City Chiefs, like yeah, that's a little bit no way.
But what if your like best friend went to the Chiefs and you used to be a Vikings fan? Like, can you do it then?
I don't know. I mean,
I would say just major rivals. Like if they go to
what if it was my brother? What if my brother got drafted by the Chiefs and I was like, nope, sorry, I can't like you now because Eric Gould said that if I go from the Vikings
to your brother.
The Chiefs, I can't. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna wear your jersey. I'm not gonna cheer for you.
No.
I can only cheer for the shitty Vikings.
You could make it your jersey. Nobody would ever know because they have those. Remember East Bay?
You can just do what Donna Kelsey does. The half Vikings, half Chiefs.
Yeah. I have a Favre jersey like that with the half Vikings, half Packers.
I hate you.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
You guys watch South Park by chance?
Why is it? I always forget to turn that on at night.
Another thing.
There's episodes that they call them member berries. You ever seen those?
I heard David's wife go, yes.
Yeah, because she's like, member berries? Like, she'll do it to me all the time. I'm like, nope. Don't remember it.
Only if they were a thing. You would never forget.
Oh, so it's a pill that you take or what?
No, it's a member berry. It's a berry. It's like a raspberry, blueberry. But it's a member berry.
I just figured since it was such an adult show that they were like popping pills to make you remember things.
Well, that's probably what it is. Who knows? But it's a berry. For all ages.
Would you guys do that? There's their question. Would you eat a berry so that you remembered everything from that day? That you were told and everything like that. Would you guys do that?
Yeah.
What are the side effects?
Like,
you would?
What are the side effects? Like you take this berry.
No side effects. The side effect, I guess, is you remember everything that you were told and everything else.
No, because then that'd be
everything
perfect.
that's happened to you, everything. You remember everything.
Yes, absolutely.
You would take that every day.
No, because I don't want to be perfect.
Every day. The reason why.
I wouldn't either.
The reason why is my kiddo takes advantage. She'll be like, "Hey, Dad, do you remember when you said this?" I'm like, "No, I didn't say." She goes, "No, Dad,
you did.
Dad, you said that." No,
it's in my notes, Dad. I put it in here.
I guarantee I didn't say it. No, Dad, remember you said you would. She does that stuff all the time. No, so yes, I would take them.
Well,
Drew's on mute. He's yelling at his kids.
You have Mom help you. I'm sick of this.
Go to bed. I told you. Go to bed.
I told you. Is that door open? Close the door.
I remember I told you your bedtime was at 9. Go to bed.
Don't make me pull out my dad jokes. Get out of here.
Go on now, boy. Get.
Dude, you know how like really close to spot on you guys were? Like you were like very, 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 very close. But I would not take member berries.
Was it your wife
Would
telling
not.
you? Were you telling her to go do the dishes?
No, it's the redhead. She thinks that she's up here. Hey, the diaper bag's over there. Oh, she's potty training, but we gotta do pull-ups at night. But she's been dry for like 3 weeks now straight.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, tonight's gonna be the big accident because somebody forgot.
No. Yeah. Anyways, but why, Eric? Why would you want to remember everything? Like even the bad things that you have to remember, because that's what member berries are. You have to remember the bad things that happened with you that day too.
So here's my thought process. At work, sometimes I forget to do stuff that needs to be done. So I remember that. I would remember what I told my kids, and so they couldn't take advantage of me. And also, I would remember the bad things that I did so I don't do it again.
But what about like, I mean, you went to like Iraq and stuff, right?
Yep.
Is there like things that you forget?
Oh, yeah, Drew, you cut out there. Must be the Wi-Fi connection in Fort Pierre.
You have 5 more minutes. I swear to God.
But like, isn't there some things that you'd want to forget from that?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But at the same time, it's you. It still makes you the person, but like I get it. Like there's bad things that happen that you will never forget. There's stuff that's happened that I'll never forget. But at the same time, the stuff that I need to remember outweighs the stuff that I don't need to remember.
Right.
That's
I guess I understand. I understand that side of it. That's for sure.
Yep. Absolutely. I'd tell you what, I'd have more allowance money in my pocket. More ice cream money.
David, what about you? You'd take the gummy, or you wouldn't? You said
no. It's a berry. It's not a gummy. It's not a pill. It's a berry.
There's
member berry.
I'm thinking melatonin.
Oh no. Remember, Lucy, you only take one of these, not the whole jar.
No,
good, Dad.
I don't think I'd want to take it. I don't want to remember my past. There's a lot of trauma that I don't need to remember. Even though it keeps coming up in my in my dreams and stuff, but like I don't know. For some things would be nice, but to remember, but yeah,
right.
No, I don't need to remember some of those things in my past.
Drew, what about you? Why would you not take it?
Well, just for that reason of having to remember everything. Like that's part of like human error, right? I mean, nobody's perfect. Like you can't. I mean, you want to forget some things. You want to remember some things, but sometimes also with not remembering the good things is that you get to be reminded of it, and you like kind of get to like relive it again, right? Like, Dad, remember that time that I won the mullet challenge? And you're just like, oh my God, yes, I did forget about that, but now I remember, and it was so cool. I spent $50 for that hair to get styled for you to win that $200. You didn't give me any of the money. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't want to remember the time that I got screwed over by my kid. There you go.
But it's like one of those things, like you can like sometimes like your parents do it to you, right? When you get older, like our age, and your parents are like, do you remember when you were like 10 years old and you went and you did this over there or whatever? You're like, no, I don't remember that. And they just start cracking up because you were so funny as a 10-year-old, and you're just like, they're reliving that. So like them remembering it, you not remembering it is making it more funny. Like, I don't know.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But then you just looked like an idiot.
But forgetting sometimes is also about like getting reminded of certain things that made it joyful, and that's kind of like, all right, that is cool. Like I'm happy you brought that to my attention.
Oh, so here's one for you. This is a good memory thing right here. So last week, before the episode,
See, you're
last
already
week,
smiling about it because you remembered it. You forgot it. Now you remember it. Now you're reliving it. You're already smiling
yes.
about it. See how that
So
works?
so the city says that I'm only supposed to water my lawns on certain days, right? Anyways, I turn on my water like it's 7:30. We air at 8. It goes till 8. Like it's got to be 9:30, 9:45. And like this is the side of the town that I live on. Like I hear this kid screaming like, "Ah, somebody help me. Help." And I'm like, "What's going on?" It's like, "Oh shit. I left my sprinkler system on." So I thought somebody was like, they couldn't go through because my sprinkler was like spraying the sidewalk. Yeah, like it was so weird. I go outside and it's like pitch black, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Here, this little kid was just walking down the street, lost. But it's crazy that I forgot to turn off my sprinkler and I saved the kid's life. Just saying.
Was that kid named David?
His wife told him to take out trash and ends up 3 blocks away from his house, can't find his way home.
Yeah. Like a Vietnam vet, just like, get off me. Leave me alone.
No, it was
I
just
know where I'm going.
just a 7-year-old kid out just cruising. This was like 10 o'clock at night. So I actually ended up calling the cops, and I didn't know where the kid lived. He didn't know where he lived, but the cops knew him.
Yeah.
And so it was cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you forgetting to do something actually
Benefited. Helped save a life.
Good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Crazy.
See, it happens. Forgetting isn't all bad, people. Forgetting isn't all bad.
Yes, exactly.
Except if it's from your wife or girlfriend.
Or giving a
tell
payment.
You something. Don't forget your PIN on your debit or credit card either.
No, I said, or if it's a payment, then that's not important.
Oh, I thought you said, don't forget your PIN. I was like, yeah,
no.
Don't forget your PIN either.
That's
you want to pay for something? Don't forget your PIN number either.
Do you guys ever reset your password on something and then like forget like instantly what you said it to?
Time.
And then you have to reset it?
Nope,
yes.
Never.
It happens. I bet it happens once out of every 10 passwords I have to reset. It's like, reset your password. Do you reset it? And then it kicks you back to the login screen. You're like, shit. Did I use a capital letter or not? Did I use this number or that number? What asterisk did I use?
Why you get like 10 tries before it kicks you out.
Yeah.
But Eric gets locked out of his computer for like months.
Yes, that was a long time. Thanks, Luce. You know what? To this day, I bet I haven't touched my iPad because I don't know the password for it.
She does.
No. Nobody.
The 4-digit code.
Yes.
You can just like reset that.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it. Lucy's like, Dad, what's passcode? I don't know. Try this one. Nope, it's wrong. Try this one. 17 passcodes later. Hey, just let you know you're locked out until 2032. All right, thanks, kid. That's why I haven't got back into it yet. Oh, man.
What time is it?
I don't know. I forgot. I actually did almost forget because we were going. And I'm like, this is like really good episode because I'm getting some memories restruck, but yet I'm still forgetting something. But what am I forgetting?
I'm still forgetting something. We're forgetting something. David, what are we forgetting?
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I
got it. It's not on the tip of your tippy toes.
Dad jokes.
Oh, I forgot. But yes, it is dad joke, baby. Woo!
Oh.
What?
Oh, I'm really happy that I found a good joke because I missed last week, and
well, nobody missed you. So.
Well, it kind of pertains to our little spiel for the night, but
he forgot.
Yeah. I forgot. I gotta go check it again. Hold on quick.
Are you serious?
All right, I got it.
It's a really good.
I remember it. Do you want me to go first then, so I don't forget, or does the
I think
old
I
one
think we all go
old one need to go first?
We all go at the same time.
No.
That wouldn't be as fun.
All right, I'll go.
Because I like to try to remember dad jokes to reuse them. Like when I go to work tomorrow, sometimes I use your guys' jokes. They're kind of good sometimes.
Yeah.
David's suck most of the time, but
Nah, you're just a hater.
But he doesn't have many years of dadding under him like we do.
No,
You have a full book full of jokes, and you still use Google.
I don't use Google. Sometimes I get them off Facebook. They're great.
David, you forget to send us the email all the time.
What?
Yes,
I don't remember that.
every day.
Yeah,
exactly.
after we remind you.
I don't remember that.
All right, Eric, go ahead.
My memory is so bad. I forgot. I can't even remember what I forgot. Yeah.
Okay.
That was you didn't like that one?
That was a joke.
I didn't like that one.
Okay.
I didn't like that one.
I told my girlfriend she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh man.
Why does Peter Pan get so tired of flying?
I feel like I've heard this one before.
It's a Google one. I know it is.
Because he never lands.
And
that joke never grows old.
I seriously just got that. Oh, that's good. That's a good one, Drew. That's a good one. I like it. I like it.
All right, David.
I got two.
Dos cerveza, por favor.
All right. My first one is I'd tell you a memory loss joke, but I keep forgetting the punchline.
Didn't see that one coming.
I wish I would use the same ones he uses because we use the same link.
All right, this last one. What's a forgetful person's favorite game?
Sorry.
Memory.
Memory. You can never lose.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh, I love Google.
I love the game Memory.
Memory is a good game.
I don't remember that.
Oh.
Well, I think next week we try to find a guest because we're running out of topics and we need somebody to talk to.
What do you guys want to do? Like, I have a buddy. It seems like I'm using all of my friends for guests. Drew, David, do you guys have any friends? Probably not.
Drew, get Brian.
You want me to try to get Brian?
Yeah.
What does Brian do?
Brian's David's race car boner idol.
Oh, geez. And then the week after that, we'll have the Kelsey brothers and Taylor Swift and Conor McGregor. And who else do you fan follow?
Matt Rife.
Yeah, I'll try to get Matt Rife the following week. Like, I'll do my best. But I don't know about the other ones. The other ones might be too famous.
I do have another buddy too. It's a softball buddy. I don't know if you know anybody from Pioneer Auto, but he said that he'd be down to be a guest. Zach Shields is his name.
I could just always see your toner through your jeans when you talk about Brian.
Yeah, well, that's not a thing. So,
well, let's go offline and talk about who we're going to have as a guest, and maybe we'll make a little surprise out of it. David's over here getting harder than a rock talking about it. Well, guys, it's we're kicking pretty close to the 60 minutes. That's what the FDA approves us to do. So until next week, I guess.
Until next week, I'll try, David. I'll text Brian tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Stay on for a little bit, Drew.
Stay on.
All right. Peace out. Thanks, everybody.